TV 364 Go TV 121. Awal Mohammed. Yemra na yemehwe Africa stories no enso emu kakra. Danny Jordan.
Yeah.
I'll say no to a fourth term. The model.
Yeah. It's a power there.
Yes.
I don't have a problem if it's on your kura power no. Say o chena or yen ye beboa manfo. Say I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Say he adwuma Danny Jordan ye. Say you South Africa for na nkasa omo ho adwuma ye as a president for omo football association. Mpuntuo aba omo football mu ana say e mai. Omo no mbekire. But say you nano ena dia asem we buy. Obekaya 3 years ago. Okase after the third term yi kawabi onko.
Yes.
So no appear ewo at the parliamentary select committee for sports ewo South Africa.
Yeah.
And one of the MPs bisa and say, Mr. President, will you opt for a fourth term if the opportunity comes? And say no. Or say,
I won't say no. Yes.
I won't say no. And MP Nibisa and said, but you said it some 3 years ago that you won't go for a fourth term. And I said, really? Did I say that?
Did I say that?
Yes, Joe. Also, Kasana, Sejo, na asem honum na akoye honum akoye drama bi kakra.
Did I say that?
Yes. No, was it really? Sejo, na asem akoye drama kakra.
Yeah.
But Sejo, from the tabloids I've read, I think that the man is ready for 2026. I be course between 2026 to 2030, another term of elections. Or around 73 years. Sejo was served under the leadership. The renaissance of South African football have been top notch. Under him now, omo clubs performing deals in terms of sponsorship be bomb league no. Sejo under the leadership no monya $49 million package from Betway for 3 years.
Yeah.
And they had the average earnings of South African players on bomb league no. Sundowns multimedia 20,000, 30,000.
Yes.
So level na basro.
Yeah. Pejam.
What pejam?
Yeah.
Said you way enye Europe and ensa Asia, Saudi or baby na obeka say be omuska. But on the continent. And say club okay, some time ago, one club is omo ntimi meet standards on be you omo free PSL mo.
Sure.
Said you they are cracking the whip because there's a proper leadership.
Yeah.
And for me, said you based on a Juma Oye no. Said you if Danny Jordan decides to go for a fourth term, said you many problem.
Yeah. Almost sad there. Only problem.
Many problem.
I know be leadership na role na no person ye na ode enya ade ono ayepe
at the detriment or at the expense of
na you who be bia or ye bia.
Yes.
Okay. Nti banya no nko a was some South Africa clubs no and his leadership Omo akosoropa.
Yeah,
national team na fake clubs.
Yeah, no. Okay, last week was it 2 weeks ago omo win under 20 championship omo buy press conference no about said your under 17 I qualify World Cup. Under 20 I will qualify World Cup. Omo sa win.
Yes.
Omo women's national team they African champions.
Yes.
No that time na Pyramids any Sundowns enyamo final.
Yeah.
And I say omo Remo final. Apart from that club World Cup and so ho.
Look at that.
Mamelodi Sundowns Echo representing said you.
Maybe a Stellenbosch no kra ko
Yes, you saw Stellenbosch beating the lives of Zamalek. And said you how our national team was back.
Yeah.
For the first time since 2000, said you no mun team bon remu semi-final.
No way.
AFCON, but they were there. Omo detailed last AFCON. Me no can say since 2010 World Cup almost here. They could be on their way to the next World Cup. So said you ekati across.
Yeah.
So Women's Champions League by Sundowns Maji. So not just a club football na national team baby anya the fair share.
Yeah.
So said you someone like him if he decides to go say
deserve it.
Yeah, many problem.
All right.
And I don't think everyone will have a problem. Just say bia obi
you leave the stage when the applause they high.
Okay.
You leave the stage.
Obey B.
Yeah. And until now, terms they be 2, 3. Say President Mandela and Yankaso Kubi. You know, Danny Jordan why elevated South African football. Sure. The last time I was telling her was this year on the AFCON finals. You know how time was so. Or baby, dear Bema, ya bolding, and ya can't say much the bimono. eye wo dwumadi a obi di nti enya fe na Sundowns be ko final enya fe na Kaizer Chiefs be ko finals the why for South African football after Becker. I don't even think coach of South Africa Hugo Bruce she didn't than Jordan Omobo Jomo Sono and all those coaches of mobile and you know apart from Becker and they didn't rule all the tongue in South Africa is Danny Jordan nti why Jumana mo bi en say Jumana why en aso aba oni ho a ebesa aso obani bi aka ho amaya kai o but you know what plus the high no level stage na enim go ase na deba
o fourth term no wakoto to papa so akofa same
because the likelihood say
all right now me happy say no na push for it what's the chance in the bar he won't say no unlike others are omo na ekwan bia so no chinchina yes
and no mum na ewura mu press omunsa but I think you should leave the stage.
Club World Cup no ebe shase nyame boa within month year 15th of June na nti ababe toja say Ali Udien returning back from the loan spell from Al Kholoud the Saudi side obekaya na oni Nadia Lali ena hwibom ewo Egypt oni omo aboa accolade oni omo agigi had the CAF Champions League titles even under former coach Picho Mosimani Marcel Kolamo nyina by Ali Udien went to Al Kholoud in Saudi Arabia to play the loan and Okobo loan no say you ntia ba say loan spell na wie and he needs to return to the mother club Nadi Al Ahly and this is the reason why they want to have him within the squad because the Club World Cup na Ekobaso no is really a serious tournament. Yebenya creme de la creme in terms of club football across the length and breadth of the globe because uko remo in the tournament the likes of Manchester City, Real Madrid mo, the likes of PSG, the current champions in Europe, all these teams Bayern Munich will be around. The side of CONMEBOL side, move the likes of Palmeiras, Munina, be into this competition. So you need to have players omo level no through omo achievers, omo bache, enim the culture, ever the experience, ever the exposure here to prosecute your agenda in a tournament like this. And Ali Udien, since he moved from Joliba or Ko MC Olja or Nadia Lali, he has written his name in gold. Or you'll be our achieve amomo and so wasadi modimono at 12 our Mali or national team no being an integral figure within our national team no and at least they will gather a lot of experience. So bringing him on board, especially when someone like Akram Taufik and the likes of Amr Al Sulaya are likely to say goodbye to Nadia Lali, bringing on board Ali Udien on loan from Al Kholoud, one of the very huge prospects. And the Bible said Nadia Lali Benya ahead of a FIFA Club World Cup now. Omokobo USA. Yanka who said the first game of the tournament, omo any Inter Miami. Meka Bebia Lionel Messi, the likes of Sergio Busquets mo, any Luis Suarez mo, omuni ene bebo the opening game. So I think it's a very good move. Say Nadia Lali atimi secure the services of Ali Udien back on loan from Bebia Okosina Kain Al Kholoud in Saudi Arabia. Now, Nadia Lali have secured the services of Mohammed Ali Ben Ramadani, one of the integral figures during the days of Esperance de Tunis. 2018-2019 Omoji Champions League, no, Mohammed Ali Ben Ramadani was part of that squad. After Honor Sejo make him move to Ferencvaros, Hungary. Meno ka say only Hungary, only Ferencvaros Energy Hungarian League, no.
Okay.
Sejo Ali at $1.5 million. For the signature of the Tunisian international. And I think it's also one of the very good moves. Omonya pair the level of exposure from Esperance or move to Europe, an integral member of the Tunisian national team. Onya Amor El Solaya, Mone Akram Taufik, Moe Frio, na Onya Mohammed Ali Ben Ramadani, and then Ali Udie also coming back on loan. Sejo, I think it's bad, especially as the Club World Cup now. Bebasono, USA, and I think it's a very good move for Nadia Lali, paying $1.5 million for the signature of the Tunisian international.
$1.5 million. It is a scan war, it is a many about African players and African clubs. No many
yes,
$1 million mark. Not just say
omo business. Omo need football business.
yes.
Because idea say your performance on the pitch and of course obeka the endorsement deals ebeba no eno nso ye different.
Yeah.
And for Ali ye nyina enemy level. There be a mo consistent performance. Omo ye perennial achievers. Enya afi no mo betwen there be de bia ye hia big player oba bebo aba be hye team no mo kina. So this is the level that they've been. And I think they going for a player of Mohammed Ali Ben Ramadani caliber no. I think it's a very very good mover. Omo de be hye team no mo kina. Say yo FIFA Club World Cup no ebe baso nti nyame boa clubs no ahya se ye preparation. Man yan nti say Sundowns be two Ochina.
Okay.
No mako USA. Ali so mo coach Jose Rivero ebe ne mu squad no either by close of ene na China the squad or the be conti various clubs no preparation ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup no.
Okay.
When a very very huge say you very huge 32 team clubs ana obeka say 32 clubs mo be wura mu say you ye nya bi da MBC da obenya this kind of tournament ebeba so na I think say a very good many age heard how some of the African teams are preparing for the tournament now eba so no say you many age ho pa
Okay.
say you Victor Osimhen na JJ Okocha advising no say
Sure.
it would be good say obesity will take it
On take wow.
say on take it because ohwe enijia Galatasaray for no ede omo ani age no ho ne performance for the maiden season obae waji goalkeeper waji best player wabo omo amasa we need up unse no coach anka so obofe na bachida so he knows the culture over there how the fans really give attention to players especially omo perform omo born omo modern but say you per the level of Victor Osimhen I don't think any idea no is for him to remain over there.
Right.
Because opportunity nearby based on the fell out on with Napoli and Okoboho, he still want to come back to mainstream Europe and especially getting good teams like Omo Premier League no say yo that is where Victor Osimhen edin and here. Even though Okocha cannot join there, but say yo menyin say Victor Osimhen be ejuma. He will wish to move over from Galatasaray no about mainstream Europe, especially clubs I work Premier League partner unya kwanya obisia kan e de emamam so Brahim Diaz withdraw from the Moroccan squad now omo de aba no omo de kobo friendly games against Tunisia and Benin and we see some injury concerns be kakra. That's the reason why what decided say obe withdraw from the squad now omo kobo friendly no say Flavio Amando oyo obia kai no say me kai
Sure.
petrol Luanda obaye omo ne kotokupo na ni agi na nka kotoko ya to no we say already no say he's gone into coaching but unfortunately say oni calf license wotimi aboa ama petrol Luanda agi the Angolan league but say on his way out of the club because the licenses now no it doesn't permit him to be on the bench interclub competition because the requirement either UEFA license A or CAF license A or normally UEFA Pro. Say you also only this kind of credentials ama put you in a disadvantaged position and say you so unfortunate after helping Petrol Luanda on one former club what me abomo I win the league as a coach say you is too unfortunate for the former Angolan, former Nadia Lali, former Petrol Luanda forward. So you Alcaraz are very very swift. I think they beat Tommy Paul straight set why very very swift. So I think we share that idea too much.
Roland Garros, no?
Yes. So Oko in the semi-final. August we take I also talk about her and also Echo in the semi-final. So the usual suspect now you hear more Echo. We say anope na ma the Sinkis any Coco Golf Echo. Yeah. At the pay no more at a point in time Nama the Sinkis was leading her own compatriot Coco Golf. But no more young years and say you were studio but you heard by the close of the day na home mom be the semi-final of the either the men's or the women's singles and of course the doubles in the Roland Garros or the French Open Cosmo. Nyami boa Sunday yana the whole Grand Slam ningina say you of France.
Okay. A Sunday and a final game, no? And so
yes.
All right. Okay.
So say you maybe.
All right. I'm sorry.